coming off the plane. Excuse me, do not touch me.
That's assault, officer. Good morning. So, on this clip is something I managed to record while we were sitting waiting around with our fingers up our ass for Jetstar to get their shit together. Incorporated on this video, you will hear the captain.
Our captain today is Andrew Siddell, joining him First Officer Jason Franklin.
Flat out lied his ass off to us as a stalling tactic. These two ladies that were literally pushed off the airplane had gone, well, were flying down to Wellington to visit their sister who was currently dying of cancer. So the flight was originally booked, the original boarding time was 7:30. The flight was supposed to be from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock from Auckland to Wellington. After mechanical delays and all the bullshit stories that you will hear the captain explain to us, we finally left, well, finally boarded at 9:10 as opposed to 7:30, so an hour and 40 minutes after the time. And I'm sure flights are delayed all the time for reasons beyond anybody's control. But at the end of the day, we had a couple of ladies that are no doubt stressed out already because their sister's dying of cancer, who just wanted to get to Wellington to see their kid, to see their sister. I don't know any of the story behind it other than what I actually overheard, and it was that they were going to Wellington to visit their sister. They had voiced their displeasure over Jetstar's fucking around, and literally, yes, it was fucking around for an hour and 40 minutes before we even got on there. I mean, most people can accept that. Obviously they're stressed, so they voiced their opinions. They did not voice it on the airplane. Apparently they had voiced how displeased they were with Jetstar, either on the shuttle to the airport or at the airport. They hadn't been any way disruptive whatsoever on the actual airplane. I didn't see any commotion in the departure lounge beforehand, so it was just completely out of the blue. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. So I was really quite shocked to see, one, the staff lie, two what seemed to be perfectly fine ladies getting ejected off the airplane physically and forcefully. You'll hear me yell out, "That's assault, officer." Yeah, it is. If I'd gone up to any man or woman and pushed them, I'd be getting done for assault. So we're all equal before the law. What gives him the right to shove her? His, as a constable, is oath to uphold the peace, cause no breaches of the peace. His oath isn't to defend Jetstar's terms and conditions. And as far as I was concerned, there was no breach. I mean, I'm sure there's more than one person that have said, nah, fuck, we're annoyed with Jetstar because we've been waiting so long. But this is what happens. I was shocked. I've never seen anyone getting kicked off an airplane before, and it's not like I go looking for these police encounters. They just seem to be happening. I think it is disgusting the way Jetstar treat their passengers. Bear in mind that those two people will not be getting any sort of refund. It's non-refundable tickets. And yeah, I just felt this was sad. The two ladies, before they got up out of their seats, when the Asian guy said, "Get up, get out," and you actually hear him say that, they gave the lady next to them their phone number, so I managed to give that lady my details and said, please forward this through to these ladies so they can have a copy of this evidence should they want to pursue it further. But yeah, enjoy. I didn't, but it's not something you see every day, and as the guy next to me rightly said, wouldn't get this shit on Air New Zealand.
Wouldn't have got that on Air New Zealand.
No, fly Jetstar. No. So, enjoy the clip.
Welcome aboard our very late service 269 down to Wellington. A very warm welcome aboard. I do apologise for the delay. The situation started off this morning with 2 aircraft grounded due to mechanical issues. once they were cleared to line, everything was backed up, and over the course of the day we just haven't managed to make up much of that time at all. I sincerely apologise if it's impacted your evening. I don't doubt that it has. We expect to be leaving shortly. We're just finishing up some of the last of the paperwork actually, and a little bit of our housekeeping. Expect to be on our way inside 10 minutes. Once we do leave, taking off to the east right-hand turn, tracking pretty well down over Hawera to Wellington, leaning towards the north there where the weather's pretty enthusiastic. Strong winds gusting up to about 70-80 k's. Low cloud and showers and rain. I'm flying us down, so I'll get back to you once we get done with an update on the arrival time and the weather. Once we do push back, cabin crew will be giving you a safety briefing. Please do give it your full attention. It's very important to us that we know that you know what to expect should any situation arise. We should only be another 5 minutes or so. Thanks very much for your patience. I do apologise for the enormous inconvenience this no doubt has caused you, and we can assure you we'll be going just as quickly as we can once we do get going. Welcome aboard, folks.
Get off!
Have we been disruptive on this plane?
You are being now.
We're going down between our system line and drag me off the plane. Excuse me, do not touch me.
That's assault, officer.
Housekeeping, stay Sheriff, thanks for your patience. I do apologise for that. We are on our way now.
Strange.
Very warm, welcome.
Strange paperwork.
Okay, so to be fair, instead of being on the plane at 8, landing in Wellington there at 9, just after, catching a 20-minute shuttle to the train station, then an $8 train out to Silverstream, I think it was, where I got this beautiful example of a classic old ambulance, which is now my new project to have a play with. After doing all of that, they fucked around. We didn't actually take off from Wellington, take off from Auckland until it would have been just after 10, about 10 past 10 we finally took off. We landed in Wellington just about 11ish. Everything was shut. By the time I got to the train station, it was all shut. I mean, it was actually open. It was raining like shit, 120 km/h winds, typical windy Wellington weather. But yeah, because of that shit happening, I was fucked around so much. Now, I had planned on travelling up on this and skipping the rush hour traffic back into Auckland. You know, I was thinking, cool, I'll be able to skip all of that and get up without any problem. No, because of the 2+ hour delay, the people I was purchasing this from had to stay up, and I didn't end up leaving their place until just after midnight. They ended up driving for half an hour of their own accord to help me out. They drove for half an hour into central Wellington and picked me up from the train station because the trains were off. So yeah, complete lot of fucking around. I just think all of it was unnecessary. I spent an extra hour in rush hour traffic going 5k an hour, which was unnecessary, and all because Jetstar doesn't like someone voicing their displeasure over their inconveniences that Jetstar are causing. I must have heard Jetstar over the announcement. First they changed the time, then they changed the time again, then they changed the departure gate. It was gate 32, then it changed to gate 21, and then it ended up being gate 23. Everybody managed to go onto the plane. Boarding time was about 10 past 9, or sorry, about 10 past 9. So, and I was sitting in that departure lounge from 7:30 onwards, and I saw no disruption whatsoever. Didn't even recognise those ladies or see any sort of peep from them until there were 2 cops standing opposite them inside that airplane. That's how disruptive they were to me, and I'd been there at the airport since 6:30 at night. So, end result, piss poor Jetstar. I don't think what they did was right. I certainly don't think what the cop did was right. He had no right to lay his hands on her. Yeah. Hopefully she contacts me. If not, like I say, I'm going to be making this clip, putting it all together, and I'll stick it up on YouTube, and I'll send a link to Jetstar. Think what you like. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.